ready for me, Marty? I'm coming. I'm moving slow though because I'm having like the worst allergy attack last night and this morning. Y'all can probably hear it in my voice. I'm just really suffering. Hey there, Martster. Oh, you guys are here. That's good. I think Morris and Stripey might have give up on me. I took a little bit long. Well, they were out here a minute ago, so they can't have gone far, but they're not running as quick as Mom wants them to run. Gonna be 90 today. It still feels really nice right now, though, but it's gonna be 90 today. Well, the very first time I ran this, after I fixed it, it didn't seem to hold the water very well, but every time since then, it's been fine. I don't mind putting water in it in the morning as long as it's not running dry during the day. Or even overnight, so that I can't just, do my good night and my good morning automations. So if it'll just hold water and I just fill it once, top it up in the morning, that's fine. I noticed the bird bath solar thing wasn't running well yesterday and it was clogged up. So I fixed that. I'm going to need to hide a toothbrush down there so when I walk over with the watering can I can help dislodge the stuff better. My fingernails were only so good. And I have a Stripe. Hey buddy. And I have a Marty. I think Don was doing something down there and they followed him over. Hi. Yes, you can come up here. Away from that chicken that just won't go away this morning. Hey there, Missy. Hi. Hey, sweet pea. Yes, I'm a good girl. Yes, I'm a good girl. Here's fresh chicken. Take the old bowl away. Yes, a good girl. Oh, good girl. They mowed yesterday and we've gotten a little dry. Hopefully over the weekend we're going to get another rain shower, or you're going to hear me complaining about not enough rain. And Don called vest day. It's been a while. We usually don't wear them on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and now Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays we're inside. That leaves Saturday and Sunday, and then we tend not to walk our normal thing, and we didn't always wear them. Anyway, we got the vests on today. We decided, since I'm not meeting Michelle this morning, but I am still going to Guardian Angel, I'm just going to be 30 to 45 minutes behind my normal thing. I've been sniffling, sneezing, blowing. I'm just having like the worst allergy day of the entire year, I think. It's just was started out bad at bedtime last night with 10 or 15 sneezes right while I was trying to lay down and go to sleep. And then I woke up stuffy and I've sneezed a few times this morning. I did notice improvement while I was out, when I started walking around outside and bending over and petting the kitties and all that stuff. So hopefully by the time we're done with our walk, it will be a continued improvement. It wears me out. It appears they're done with the crane. So Grok says the barred owlets should start branching, which means popping their heads out of the entrance 5 to 10 days prior to leaving the box. I have not seen that happen yet. Doesn't mean it's not happening. Our cameras, hopefully they'll be back next year and we'll have a better camera setup. But this year, we can't really, the camera's not picking up movement. So it's all reliant on me being outside or inside or zooming in on the camera if I'm at my computer, or, the video camera out there for the window in the evening. It's hard to see there. For the window in the evening that I've been recording most nights. I still think things are on track, but we haven't seen an outlet yet. And the other thing is, I asked Grok, what time of the day do they fledge? And Grok is of the opinion that they typically leave early morning or late afternoon. But they can leave at dusk or the middle of the night if there's a disturbance, but it is likely that they would leave during some amount of daylight. That is more common. So, because I wanted to know, when am I supposed to be looking, right? I mean, I would be willing to get up at 6 a.m. and go out there and set up the video camera if the owls would just leave me a message and let me know, hey, the babies are going to fledge today. We know you wanted to watch that from a distance. Yeah, I know. I'm just being a little silly. I'm trying over here. So anyway, all I can do is to continue to watch, monitor, and film when it makes sense to do so, when I think there might be something to see. But I felt sure we would see the owlets in the entrance to the box prior to them actually leaving the box. And Grok did say, you know, if there's been a nest failure, that the parents might still be around and might be doing some parenting things. But the activity, he and I agree that the activity I've seen implies that they are still performing parenting duties for owlets in the box. So I sure hope that's the case. The parents have been out a little bit more during the daytime and slightly maybe more vocal the last couple of days. And Dawn and I think that's because, well, the older they get, the more often the parents need to bring food to the box. They're eating more than they were in the beginning. And also, as they get bigger, there's less room in the box to hang out. So mom may be wanting to take more breaks outside the box, but near the box, while, you know, the owlets are doing their thing in there. So anyway, time will tell, right? Time will tell. And I'm just taking the long way through town, slightly scenic way through town, to avoid the flaggers on the other two main approaches through town. So the town this morning had we're going to do a asphalt preservation project. We are going to apply this special sand material and push it into the asphalt to preserve 5 to 6 miles of asphalt around town that is in the 4 to 6 year old phase. This is a new thing they're doing. It's supposed to keep them from having to do repaving longer, like extend the life of the asphalt 5 years or something. Well, first there were two comments. One, the town is like, can we finish up a couple of the projects that are causing road closures right now on main arteries before we start this other process, because we're not interested in having more unusable roads around town right now. And I am totally with these other people. I don't know who approved the Judd Parkway and Main Street projects to happen simultaneously. You know, stagger them a couple of weeks. One or the other's fine. People will go around. It's just kind of a disaster around town right now to get from point. The FedEx guy delivered the box yesterday, and he said it took him a full extra hour yesterday to deliver. And it wasn't our normal guy, but he said it took him a full extra hour to deliver his stuff because of the detours around town. And it was hot, and he had like the oldest truck in the FedEx fleet. It was loud. I couldn't breathe next to it. It was spewing out so many noxious fumes. It was sort of horrible. And then the other thing is, you know, being the Tesla Ruby person that I am, I want to know if that sand is safe to drive over. It's going to take them a month, the whole month of May. They said they'd be working on it. And of course, that's assuming, you know, whatever good weather conditions for doing what they're doing and stuff. But, you know, what's it going to do to car finishes? How much sandy mess will be left on the road that people are going to have to drive over? So I need more details. I guess I'll be telling, but I'm going to be avoiding, definitely going to be avoiding the roads they're doing that on, like I would avoid asphalt being laid. I'm amazed at how clean the surface is of this stove here at Guardian Angel. And Donnie, you'd like it. It's got, you know, real old school knobs on it. I'm sure that's a good deal, but those machines are so big. Well, Don and I are officially into, we'll call it Star Wars week. I am Also looking for any other butterflies that might look nice with what I'm doing right now in the house. Well, they do have quite a good bit of furniture filling up this space now, and it's all nice and organized. Wow, that is an 8-chair table. It's huge. I have totally struck out on clothes today. Boo, boo, boo. Look at how cute this little rocking chair is. Can't you see it on your front porch waiting for your grandchild to come and sit in it, or maybe with a stuffy or something? It's really nice. I got this glass outdoor table for $8. No rust, no broken clips. Glass is not scratched up. You know, I like my little raised platforms in the yard. These 2 Sterilite trash cans were $1 each. I got a plan for them. These are better plastic. These are the kind now that you're paying $6 or $8 for at Walmart. I'll wash them. They'll be good as new. I got a couple of boxes for packing up stuff. One was 50 cents and one was $1. The laundry basket's a square, was $3.50. I've always got to use for a bin with handles I can carry. A nice Sterilite container, $1.99. So I guess it was my day for plastics. Michelle wasn't here to buy storage, so I bought storage. There are 2 hand towels and a shirt. 2 matching Hams towels, Wamasutta cotton, real stuff. Johnny got a Gummy Bears Squishmallow, and there's some body tattoos from Claire's for Ariel in there. I guess Claire's clearanced out some stuff and donated a bunch of the clearance items that didn't sell to Guardian Angel. They had a lot of, they had several bins of brand new Claire's merchandise. Well, there's the Model Y looking pretty over there. So I found some things, but you know, nothing to write home about in particular. I sure did miss Michelle today. And Dee was missing. They weren't able to, you know, tell me what was going on, so I hope she's doing okay. I've got the AC cut down while I talk for a minute, and it sure is pretty hot in the car after sitting out in the sun, let me tell you. Ruby says it's 86. I'm sure it'll come down a little bit as I drive down the road. I just prefer cutting through here than going through the stoplight. I don't know if it really saves me anything or not, but it's what I do. And I figure as long as it's a real road and I go at a reasonable speed, appropriate speed, then this way is fine. I'm missing a lid to a Rubbermaid Tough Tote. I think it's one we brought home from the recycle area or something. It wasn't our bin to begin with. And Helen looked for one for me in the back to try to help me out. And wasn't able to find one today, but maybe on another day. I figured it was a tough ask, right? Everybody gets more bins than they do lids. Although sometimes bins break, but not these Tough Tote ones. So, anyway. I did, you know, get what I think will allow me to pack up the last few things I need to pack up. I probably will do that this afternoon. Especially the Lego pieces, which I already had to move off the counter. So kitties wouldn't get in trouble. They like to rub up against things, and rubbing up against Legos. Anything but the big walls of the modular houses just is not the best thing. Well, I knew Dawn had something coming from Amazon via UPS, and here's where they left it, out at the street. So I just had an idea. I'm going to use Bamboo Maker World sign maker, and I'm going to print a little sign that says, attention UPS and FedEx drivers, all packages must be brought to the house. Yeah, I'm thinking I might have to do that. It's subscribe and save day for Dawn, and obviously Amazon themselves has brought packages as well and left them here on the boardwalk. Dawn must be really busy, which is not a problem. I'll handle them for us. But I know that one package came via UPS because he had a notification, a message in his phone this morning that UPS was bringing something today. So the thing that really gets me is anytime UPS or FedEx, I have a delivery issue, they make it next to impossible to give them feedback. They don't want it. They don't care. They make it take you 10 minutes to get to somebody that you can provide feedback to. I don't want to get too close, but the owl is on a tree branch on the tree behind the tree that has the 5-mile-per-hour sign. I don't know if it's mom or dad, but he or she's been in that tree a few times the last few days, keeping watch over the box but not in the box. This is a combination of Amazon and Guardian Angel going in the house here. Hi. Hello. I brought out some food. I put it up this morning and bring it out here fresh this afternoon. I wanted you guys to see that the dianthus is indeed flowering. What's there, 15 blooms on that one? It's really taken off. And this one's got flowers too, and more coming. And I just wanted to show you that I had added the 2 bees. And I have found hummingbirds. So I'm going to print some hummingbirds. I was going to start a mock of this French cafe so that it would be a full 32 by 32 base plate building. And, you know, the usual 2 stories and a big roof, or 3 stories. 2 stories and an attic. Depends on how you want to do it. But gasp, I don't have another one of the base plates in the right color and condition. So I ordered 4 of them from Amazon, and they'll be here Saturday. Not tomorrow, but Saturday. I could go up to Walmart. It's fine. Honestly, it's fine. Hi guys. So I'm going to work on the Kingfisher. I've had this. Let me show them, sweetheart. You're not in trouble. I'm holding her under my arm now. I'm going to work on the Kingfisher. This is 834 pieces. I've had it for a while. I think it's the right time of year to build it. You know, cattails will be budding out in the swamp soon. And we do have that bird here. I see it quite often at Yates Mill and some other local spots. Very elusive for getting a good close-up picture. They don't come that close to people. They're out over the water. They eat fish, but they're much smaller than a heron. As a matter of fact, is that a fish in his mouth? I think it is. Anyway, it's 834 pieces and it's already $5.50. So I'm going to start it, but I'm going to say I'm probably not going to finish it tonight. Besides, I won't have the base plate tomorrow. I need to save something for tomorrow. Although I'm sure I have something else I want to build too. Hi, nighttime. There are 6 bags. And I think I'm going to try to use the closer instruction manual because the water on the base is all these little glossy bricks, and I'm thinking I might need to see that up close. But if I get frustrated, I'll switch to the online instructions. I thought I'd get all the first 3 bags done, or half, but I've done 2 bags, and I'm going to stop and cook our steaks at 7 o'clock now. As I suspected, all these little clear stud pieces were pretty much, yeah. But I'm confident that they're correct. I did do 2 things backwards I had to fix along the way, which is par for the course. That's why it's Lego, right? Probably pick up on bag 3 tomorrow, but I wouldn't swear that I won't come back to it tonight. It looks like bag 3 starts to build the bird.